Upper 80s, so that's hot for us. But for example, Yuma, Arizona has hit 100 degrees every single day this summer. More than 100 consecutive days of 100-degree temperatures. That's just brutal, man. Take a look out here at Lake Granby, though, where they made it up into the low 70s today. We can see a little bit of rain out in the distance there, some thunderstorms out near Lake Granby. You can see those on radar here. A few stronger storms down to the south, but all these are fairly weak and isolated and not causing too much trouble. Here's Lake Granby up here, a few showers there, one out in Eagle County, but these are going to continue to be isolated throughout the entire evening. And here's your forecast for Sunday. We've got some high temperatures in the upper 80s here along the lower front range here and out on the Denver metro area and parts of the eastern plains. We could hit 90 degrees briefly tomorrow. So I think it'll be very similar to today, where we'll have sunshine early on, clouds moving in at about 3 o'clock. Could get a passing cloud or two here early on, but the temperature could hit 90 degrees by 3 o'clock. And the low temperature, once again, very mild. We might even not even get into the 50s. And again, this morning we did not break into the 40s, and we have not had a 40 all summer long, and that gets our streak up to 99 days. So we're coming very close to getting on this list of the longest stretches of consecutive days without dropping into the 40s, and I do believe that we are going to at least tie this record, maybe even break it, because we've got some mild mornings in the forecast. Let's take a look at Futurecast here. We've got some isolated showers again tomorrow, although we have a little bit more moisture, so a little bit more intensity, a little bit more coverage tomorrow with these mountain rain showers, and they'll attempt to move across the front range here by 4:30 in the afternoon. Most of the front range probably staying pretty dry. A stronger storm maybe towards the northern front range, but that will move through fairly quickly, so you might at least get a chance to get some measurable rain out of that, and then we kind of dry up there. You may have noticed the haze out in our area as wildfire smoke continues to come in from the Pacific Northwest, and it will again tomorrow. And by the way, that's where our Denver Broncos are playing out here in Seattle. You can see all the darker shades here, and the magenta colors are the thicker smoke. There's 11 active wildfires burning in the Washington Cascades. So as you can imagine, that Broncos game, we're expecting to have very hazy, smoky skies, temperature relatively mild at 75 degrees for that game tomorrow. Take a look at the upper air. So once again, we have this high pressure ridge just kind of hanging on, and that will generally keep us dry here on the front range and pretty warm over the next 7 or 8 days. Although we do see this coming in the future here. This is our next low pressure system. This is going to come to the north of us, just missing us, but that will impact the temperatures for our coming weekend here. So we're looking at staying maybe in the middle 80s for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday after we have a stretch of really warm weather for this time of year. Could hit 90 a few times, and also notice with your 7-day forecast here that there is less than 20% chance of rain all 7 days.